What happens if Trezam just cold embraces the main target, which is going to be the Medusa? Well, he's going to die here at the start.
Yeah, well, he's also just going to walk up to the high ground in a 4 heroes of TNC.
No, don't hit.
Trezam
Don't hit.
can
Don't
play
reveal.
it perfectly. It will not matter as he does not escape Yowei, who finds out first blood in game 1 of the Summer Tour. But I think for the laning phase, it's going to be interesting to see how Summit are able to deal with this combo, as Unknown's actually going to take a lot of damage here. Still doesn't have at least a point in the Menace Shield. Not that it'll help out too much, and with the snowball past the Wyvern, TNC will find their second kill of the game.
90% of the time you're going to get Splinter Blast, but just against the Tusk, especially with the Seal-Off, with the Eidolons, it's just so important to be able to have that Cold Embrace, to be able to outlast the
now
duration
mid lane
of the
as well.
Ice Shard.
Mercury's going to need some TPs raining on in, and a beautiful double
Nice
Earthspark
done.
from CZY sets up for the Split Earth as well. They might be able to get Krish, but Carlo is still hunting the tree line. Inkswell enough damage to find the kill onto the Leshrac, and TNC. Some really good rotations coming out from the supports early.
That was that instant rotation that I was talking about, right? You're just so capable of being able to make these movements with someone like a Tusk. They're trying to soak up the experience as he denies himself to the tier 2 tower. Not going to get there in time. But the young gun, but he's got a little bit of nerves. I mean, he just tried to do a bottle refill with the Tusk, accidentally put the bottle in his backpack, so it actually had the inventory cooldown there. Didn't get the refill. So he's going to be dived here without any kind of way to regen himself.
Mercury's got the level 6 as well, so with the extra damage coming through for the Pulse Nova, but a beautiful snowball out to the west. It doesn't get enough distance, though. Shards to hold back Mercury, and now that he's out of mana, they will not be able to get another kill out of this, but there we
On his Arctic Burn, right next to a cliff.
Oh, bottom
and
lane.
didn't actually look to go high ground.
Double smoke, Krish and Carlo combining together. They got the double damage rune as well, so they're onto Unknown. Cold Embrace gonna buy him a little bit of time. CZY is able to rotate over, but once again, the shards, and they gotta be cautious, because Buck thinking about stepping in, threatening with the black hole. Trezam should be able to escape. Well, yeah, it's okay, I turned away, Buck. We didn't see that. Trezam should still be chased down. He's got at least the Arctic Burn up in 8 seconds, and even Yowei's rotating bottom. There we go. All right, Carlo's on point. We don't have to worry, Buck. You get the kill nonetheless.
Okay. He almost got away there.
Dire's top tower.
Block shenanigans. They're going to be forced to TP mid. They've got a sentry in the river. Aiming towards the Leshrac. It's a defensive use to the arena. Will give Mercury enough time to be able to get out, but Krish still on hot pursuit. Zips to the high gun, back and forth. He secures the kill, but he's out of mana. CZY zaps him down from afar. So in the end, a 1-for-1, but across the map, Unknown
Actually look to go and Omni Slash the Mars. I know you've got the Wyvern there with the Cold Embrace, but I feel like...
And Mercury's going to run into the Enigma. They will even drop the arena as well for this. Again, just picking up a kill, especially on a core who's been really free farming across the map.
I feel like they're doing a pretty good job, especially with Krish and his Storm Spirit, of just not enabling the Wyvern to do what he wants. Like, Wyvern just wants a zero-pressure team fight where you can choose when to Cold Embrace. When you just Cold Embrace the Medusa, and you're probably going to be fine.
Top lane, bit of a dive attempt. Crush going to be off the mark with the spear. And while Carlo's not off the mark, Shards to block the retreat. They're going to be cautious they group up. Trezam drops the curse. It might buy enough time. Well, in fact, not going to be the case, as Carlo has got the snowball ready to rock and roll. Cancels that TP in.
There's not too much more that you can expect out of him. And he's got a Blink Dagger.
And he's even trying to get a kill mid. Well, the Krish gonna look to rotate over. BKB popped. Early commitment onto Mercury, but they'll blow him up. Mercury not really getting much assistance as TNC surround the position too. And now they're even considering about Roshan. Krish looks like gonna zip in. Mercury baiting for the moment. Carlo tries to attempt the snowball to save, but Krish is going to be okay with the magic immunity. Off to the northern side, though, Crush trying to break the fight in half of the arena. Should be able to kill off Mavis easily. But back to the Leshrac they go, as TNC don't care about giving over the Grimstroke kill, especially with how much value you get out of the trade.
And it's just the supports. They've got the presence of mind to know exactly where Summit are at all times.
Well, they're going to see Yowei. They might be able to jump him in, so let's see if they can blow him up. Inkswell's out. Box gonna jump into the middle. They need the curse. They need the cancel, and they'll do so, but the damage has been done. The black hole lasting long enough, giving Yowei an opportunity to be able to retreat, but they still want to go in. As Mercury beelining into the middle.
There's that cold embrace.
Buying him a little bit of time. They're onto Unknown to the back line as well. As Speed pushes him closer to the Medusa. As Yowei's falling lower and lower. Blade Fury to get out, but he will not survive. And now Mavis... They should be able to close the distance. Unknown and Crush combining together. Mavis might be able to bring the Mars into the grave, but a Spear to push him out. Mavis, can he get cute enough to get the Mars? It's not going to be the case, and in the end, Unknown finds a triple kill, and Summit. What a team fight.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Summit might be able to even up the T2 towers. They got Crush on the high ground. In a position to be able to jump in. Gets the arena. Yowei inside with a Blade Fury to protect himself. The follow-up is lacking for the moment. In the end, Mercury will be able to charge into the midst of the walls onto the backline though. Krish, he actually wants to take the fight, targeting the line and Trezam. It's an early use of the curse, so this will definitely enable the Enigma. Mercury though still falling lower and lower. Yowei's going to be able to secure the kill, but it does come at a cost, as Krish will be brought down to the arrows from Unknown. Krish is lacking some mana, nothing crazy. TNC once again, another smoke and straight to Mercury they go, but they're going to be cautious if they group up. Black Hole the ready, Curse at the ready. Wyvern might be in trouble if Box able to find him, unable to do so. Look at Trezam's position. Gets the Curse to cancel the Black Hole, and now Unknown is in the middle, just dealing all the damage required to kill off the Juggernaut. And TNC, they got to get out. They've got to evacuate, but they won't be able to, as Unknown is pumping in the damage left, right, and center. Onto the 5th they go, as Tusk will be killed off to end the fight, and once again, Unknown reigns supreme. Who knows how different that fight could have been. If Enigma has the Ag Shard, then Wyvern gets sucked in. All of a sudden you get a 3-man black hole. There's no curse council. Now you could be potentially taking second Roche, which now gives the Ag Shard and the Ages over to Unknown on the Medusa.
Look at Carlo though. He's level 21 on this task. Like, he's having a very, very good game.
Gonna be in trouble here. BKB will do nothing as long as they hold the punch for the last second, and now with the damage being dealt, yeah, he's still gonna go for the TP out. They gotta get on top of him. Nice use onto Yowei to slow down the Jug's damage, but they just get him. Oh my lord.
That was close. I was just singing your praises, Carlo, and then you nearly throw that one away with the slightly early Walrus punch. Okay. 20 seconds, Aegis timer, right? It's just, how can you get vision? Carlo's got the axe. If they can isolate him away from the team and get that BKB black hole.
All right. Nice kick. Instant use of the Stone Gaze, though.
3 seconds.
Unknown's going to be able to force that back to the high camp, but that is BKB Stone Gaze expended, so Bok, he's going to consider jumping. Chris is going to do the same as well against the double send. Now with the black hole, the damage is being rained into the Medusa. Now she's got a buyback, so TNC, I don't think they're going to get too much done with this, but man, what a read from TNC to find an angle back in.
Yeah, it's Carlo, man. Carlo is the one that's doing it for his entire team.
They kick the left track back now, but instantly crushed for the arena. Is it going to be enough to be able to keep him alive? A cold embrace at the last second. Mercury is being healed up, and that's enough. That is enough. What a play from Trezam and Crush, instantly jumping into the middle, not worrying about their life. They protect the Lesh with their ultimates, and they get a kill as well.
It's just going to be super good, right? As long as you've got that...
Carlo, he's going to say Mercury alone. The BKB's going to do nothing, my friend. But the TP starting to come through from the T2 tower. Let's see if Mercury's going to be able to stay alive for that long. But as soon as the Nihilism expires, Yowei, he can separate in the middle, provide plenty of damage to get rid of the last track. Crush is too late to the party. Drops the arena. Unknown's going to be able to follow in, but... be cautious now. The threat of the black hole, it's up in 15 seconds. Krish needs to deal with the supports. He's going to target the Lion for the moment. At the back line, they get the Wyvern. They got the Wyvern, so there's no way to cancel now, really. Let's go. Mid lane, Crush. Gonna reveal himself. BKB still on cooldown. Aeon Disc on cooldown as well. And Crush, you gotta hope he's got a buyback, but he doesn't. Now Unknown. With the souls. He's in trouble. Omnis touch at the last second. The Menace can pull the goal. It's just going to be game. That's just game steps too far. Another pick off.
Under attack.
Oh no, Summit, what happened?
Radiant's middle tower.
You don't call this straight away. You've still got the potential to be able to turn around with like the perfect Winter's Curse into the Lash damage, but Trezam, you can't go too far forward. Who's got the gem on TNC right
Radiant's
now?
middle barracks are
Still
under
no
attack.
gem on the Grimstroke, but he doesn't want to be the one that's forward.
Oh, alright, Lash up in 10. You've got Glyph at least.
You've got Bok using Lincoln's on the Juggernaut, and Storm has his own, so I think they're just going to split. You might lose one person, but you're not going to lose both. You're going to have to give something up here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They went and bought the Aghanim Shard as well on the Lash
Gonna
rack.
jump Mercury, there we go. Box in. A single black hole. There's going to be no answer as the crits
That's
come
game.
through thick and fast. And yeah, that's looking like it's game. And they call it TNC. It took them a while, 45 minutes in the end, but they will be able to find their game 1 victory.
It's those little mistakes that amplify into so much more, right? I was saying they had the better draft, and I still do honestly believe that on Summit. It was just a little bit of uncertainty with how to use certain heroes to its full potential. And like, he's doing his best to try and influence the water rune situation, as gonna try and protect up here on the top side. Oh, Mercury still ends up bottling it, but might fall down here. Coming through.
Oh, Krish, he might be killed off though. Telekinesis under the tower. Still got the remnant to retreat out. Now, Buck snowballed under. Mercury still got some mana to play with. He lost the regen. Buck's actually going to step back up. TNC, they brought 4 heroes to the battle as Mavis was going to try and charge his way into the middle, but the Tombstone, they dealt the split away from the Grimstroke. It's going to be Trezam fighting first, but they can keep chasing down Carlo as well. Gonna have to deal with the Tombstone Scorched Earth in a couple of seconds to try and help with that movement speed advantage, but he will not get enough distance in our Bok.
Is under attack.
He too is going to be under the pump. They will not be able to chase him down, so Mercury gonna be in trouble. Carlo and Bok trying to close the distance. Simultaneously in the river, they do kill off Mavis.
Top tower is under attack.
Mercury's not going to be an easy one to bring down though, as Bok chucked further into the river, does get out of the radius of the split earth, spears off the mark as well. Now Trezam's beelining to the neighborhood. It's only level 1 in Tombstone, and well, it's not even in range as well to get some zombies spawning, so... And he's only got one more component. Crush is under the ward.
Right.
Bok's going to try and close the distance. He can use a defensive arena if required. They're even going to cancel the TP. It looks like Crush still will go down nonetheless. Arena used at the last second. Now Mercury's able to close. The Doom comes out, but the Pulse Nova's still ticking. They have to respect the damage from the Lash track. Careful about diving under the tower. That will not be required as Chris rotates over. Slight is enough to secure the kill. CCY actually goes back in with the Remnant, but off to the side, they're able to bring down Trezam. So there we go. TNC find 3, and I think they might be able to add it to a 4th. No, CZY gets ya.
Looking to make the retreat back to the lane.
Well, they're onto the Ember. Carlo needs to try and disrupt the combination, but there's nothing he can do to protect his core. And he too will join him in the afterlife. Now Mavis has got to be cautious. Venturing a little bit too far forward to Crush once again. He's able to find the Yules to block off the retreat on the Grimstroke. And now you're just feeding away kills.
CZY is just having a solid enough game. He could buy the Aghanim Shard now if he wants to, especially considering he stole the Inkswell.
Radiant's bottom tower
See
is
Yoe.
under attack.
Oh no, Mr. Yoe.
Should be dead.
TPs are starting to rain, but it will not matter. What? What is the damage? One more fight, so this could be a potent combo. There we go. Crush is going to lead in. It'll be onto the Tusk instead, so they got to be perfect with the chain control over this. The Snowball could come out to disrupt this, but not fast enough. And now Mavis, he's going to be chased down as well. They were going to telekinesis Crush further into the middle. If they can get the Soul Mine, which he hasn't even got leveled up, so there won't be a threat of the double Doom.
I mean, you've got Blink Dagger on the Tusk. That's all I'm really thinking that their mindset's going to be. But there we go. He frees up an item spot. He'll need to make the biggest play he can.
Well, they might be able to get the Mars as well simultaneously. Doom's going to get dropped by the secret shop. Age is picked up from Unknown, though. Krish is still going to run them back inside the pit, but he's out of mana. No way to escape. The claws just closing it onto the Embers. 2 for 1 in the end. They get the Aged Unknown. I mean, he's already flawless. It's not like it's going to get any easier now with the second life.
I at least like that Yoe's continuing to farm and not just stand around inside the base, but
Full wrap around.
What are you exactly giving up?
They got the vision. How do you enter the fight, though? They're going to try Carl into the back lines, able to find the Rubik. Double Dooms out as well onto the Leshrac. It's honestly a decent start to the fight. They stole the Doom, though, so CZY, a little taste of his own medicine, back on to Mr. Carlo. And yeah, it was nice. It was a good combo. It was a beautiful wraparound, but in the end, at 3 for 1, you don't even bring down the Ages.
We've seen plenty of times
again,
that
they're all grouped up. They're going to jump into the middle, but the stolen Doom onto the Tusk. So Mercury can solo down Bok with ease, and simultaneously Arena used from Crush. So, but to get rid of another easy pickings as Krish. Don't want to expend the BKB. Crush.
Doesn't really feel like he has the freedom to do that.
How disappointed are you that Trezam didn't buy the Ag Shard? And do they give the shard to him now? Hate to see it.
I should. What's with the power treads, man? I don't know.
Okay. Got to be pretty perfect with your chain control. Bok's gonna
Oh,
jump
no,
in. Alright, well, and a Crush follows suit as well. He gets the Ember Spirit. There's no way they can keep him alive, and that, well, the theory crafting might not have worked out too well.
You could theory craft all you want, but if the execution isn't there, that's what happens.
They got one more fight left in them on TNC. Really not a lot expended. What was it, Arena, Stone Gaze? They're going to smoke up as well to make sure it's not easy for TNC. Bok's going to show.
There's the
Kick
kick.
back under the tower. What's the play now? Dark Portrait's out, but the
There's
damage, it's minimal. No one else is jumping Unknown, so they deal with the Dark Portrait. Yoe, he wants to find the easier target into the Undying, but instantly looking to buy back and rejoin the fight. Unknown's going to be cautious. There's the kickback. Okay. Ages claimed.
Megas.
Alright though, Megas are going to keep them locked in for the moment. Unknown still has the BKB to work with. Krish to the backline though, but meanwhile defensive telekinesis offers the reposition for Unknown, but they're still hunting. They're still looking to take the fight. The Doom is out, but meanwhile Crush, that's a beautiful Arena onto 3, splitting the fight in half, so the follow-up is lacking. Bok's going to kick the Medusa into the middle of the fight, but that is exactly where Unknown wants to be positioning. The buybacks are starting to rein in, but I don't think it matters anymore. You had this one opportunity, and not okay. Oh, well, they'll get her. They're gonna get her in the end, but like the consequences, it's pretty grave.
Didn't do it.
Look at Trezam's positioning. It's a bit split for the team, so it should be a free kill onto the Undying. Who's TPing? It's going to be Mercury. The pop the Lincoln's Doom is out, protected for the BKB for the moment, but Yoe used his early as well. So Lesh is still going to tick out in the end, and wait, they kicked him out of Arena. So everyone lives on TNC. They want to go back in. They've got the Water the High Ground, so they're stalking Summit. Can they all make it out? Yoe jumping Crusher, BKB protected for the moment. Once again, splitting him away from the Medusa. Refresher's going to be popped, so offering Crush the defensive factor with the BKB if required.
All the while, though, tier 4 towers are getting hit by Megas. So, I mean, you're in a rough spot. Nothing that you do feels right on TNC right now, just because of how far behind you are.
Summit. They're playing under the ward. They're going to look to blow up the Medusa. Krish dealing with the backline supports as well. Look at Unknown's damage. Rips apart the Doom. Yoe is really hesitant to jump. Finally, he's going to show his cards. It's a lot of damage onto the Medusa for the moment. The man is being burnt, but Yoe's charging to the middle. One more shot. Gets the Phantom Assassin, and with that kill, that will be all she wrote for our second game. We are going the distance here for our first series of the Summer Tour.
Now, that was a lot more like I expected in game number 1, right? Summit, they just have the far superior draft in my eyes, and they didn't make any huge mistakes. You know, there was a surprise one, of course, but that was after they'd got the Megas, so it didn't feel quite so bad.
Try and deal with Trezam. He's pinging out. He wants Krish to come over. A battle
Especially
for the water
with the 2
rune.
points in Shackle.
Oh, who's going to get the rune? Carlo looks like he picks it up, but instantly with the battery soul gets rid of the Shackle's opportunity. Now CZY being on the high ground, Mavis as well shown up to the party. A couple more right clicks, but Mavis hesitant about diving under the tower. Meanwhile, Trezem's still getting chased. Carlo has got another Shackles back up. It's 2 points in the Shackles as well, so Krish can close the distance, pump in the damage of the Storm Spirit, and find his first blood. Mid lane might be eyeing up the Ember if Mercury doesn't see Carlo's position. He's got to be cautious. They're going to be baiting Krish at the moment, but yeah, Krish, he doesn't have the level 6. In goes the Ember Spirit, but maybe he's overplayed his hand. As in the end, Krish finds another kill, and this is very reminiscent of our game 1. Or Crush. The Carlo that has to enter. It is daytime, but can always pogo stick on forward. And Krish gonna look to rotate down as well to offer the damage required. He's targeting Trezem at the moment. Hook shot into the middle, trapping him inside with the cogs, but Carlo, a Serpent Ward's on top of the stand line. Unknown's gonna walk up as well. They're bringing the numbers to take the fight on Summit, but Unknown, he's got to respect the damage coming through for the Undy. But Buck doesn't get the kill. So in the end, a 2-for-1, even Yolway feeling the importance of the fight.
For Afu and SMG, Carlo this time around was given 2 full creep waves on the bottom side.
Gonna be caught out in the river. There we go. Hookshot with the Inkswell combination, but the damage again, it's lacking when the Netherward is dropped. A long zip hit from Krish. They will be able to secure the first. Onto the second they go. Krish is not gonna have too much mana to work with, but like how did they not kill Mavis? I don't know, man. This partner here is just absolutely crazy.
It was all Carlo.
Now they're onto the Ember as well. Atos to set up. Carlo is able to enter the fight. The chain control is perfect, but the answer's going to come through. The blink reveal from Crush. Unknown showing up as well. Mid. They get the D-Ward on the high ground. Into the Dragon Knight they go. Trezem's going to try and counter initiate. The Soulbind is out disrupting the backline, but it looks like it's not going to do enough. Crush still is killed off. And the Serpent Ward's pummeling to the tower.
Making sure to micro those specifically so that they're not just uselessly hitting in onto a creep wave. It's really the damage from the Firestorm at this point though, right? Like a DK.
Mercury? Krish is playing with an Arcane Brew. Once again, the chain control. Atos to start, Pit to follow, Carlo with the Hex. This goddamn pogo stick. So, do you give the Aegis to Yolway or do you give it to Krish?
I feel like you give it to Krish. Oh, never mind, actually. They're going to go in deep. I mean, the reason I want to give it over to him is just because I feel like they do have the catch if he goes in super deep. I suppose he's got the BKB, though. I actually went for the Healing Ward cooldown instead of the Blade Fury duration at level 15.
Mid-lane, Buck. He's taking a lot of damage to start. Unexpected burst potential. The life drain's not going to be enough to keep him alive, so a 1-for-1 to start as Mercury deals with Mavis on the back line, but you have to respect Yahweh and the damage coming through from the Tiny. Unknown protected for the moment, but Summit, they're going to look to try and retreat out. What's going on in the back line? Hang on a second. Carlo? Clockwork's incredibly deep, trying to a 1v1 of fellow support. Trezem and Carlo both limp away. They even get the first life. Summit somehow doing the help of the double damage rune, and they get a tier 1 tower. Giving the mana back to Krish. Long zip on the high ground, utilizing the arcane root, but he's going to get penalized for it. Entering Summit's territory now. Mercury wants to hit back onto another support as Carlo, easy pickings, box the next on the Engenderer. BKB TPR will be successful. Carlo, nice wall. It's Unknown. Not the easiest target, so Yo is going to jump in the lane instead. Hookshot. Disrupting the combo, but Krish wants to deal with the backline. Stun is out initially. Where's the decrypt to protect Krish? She's able to get out. A zip at the last second, enough to protect him. Summit, do you retreat?
BKBs used, though. Yeah, TNC used all 3 BKBs. They have to get out.
They fight. The rest of the team's coming. Spins on cooldown. Rammed into the middle. Instantly, Mercury's going to try and deal with the backup. But the Juggernaut's in trouble. The double vortex and all the cleave damage. Unknown, though. Still alive. The healing ward will keep the Juggernaut healthy. Now, he might be able to go back in afterwards. Once again, TNC expending a lot to start the fight. Meanwhile, the backline has been ripped apart, but they're still got to be cautious as Yolway gets the chain control. But the Ember's going to buy back. A lot of importance on Summit to turn this fight around. But look at the hesitancy. A Pit and Bok is out thanks to the Fiend's Gate, and now the buyback on Ember gets them absolutely nothing.
Krish
They're coming.
hesitated.
They're gonna get there before Roche falls. Once again, Ren inside the pit. They were
Oh.
able to bring down the Underlord at the start of the fight. And now Krish doesn't have mana as well. This is a really good
omniing Roche.
scenario. They're gonna Omni Slash Roshan. Unknown even pops BKB for it as well. It's gonna be able to snatch the Aegis. Yowie now needs to TP out. They won't have a way to counter that. Wow, what a big sequence of events for the lads on Summit. You get the Aegis and the Aghanim Shard as well on Unknown. Oh, there's a DD. Don't let him get it. Oh, you're gonna let Mercury get it. Do they have the damage with just these heroes? Yowie standing the wings, waiting for an opportunity to pounce, but now with the backline, you gotta be cautious. You group up because Mercury jumps the Pogner. Now he's gonna be on Takalo as well. Meanwhile, in the river, Bok just gets ripped apart as TNC overstep the boundary. Summit show up in big fashion and find 3 heroes with their pants down.
This time around, I would be very surprised if Unknown isn't the one.
This is huge. Crush. He's gonna jump there, all grouped up under the wall. Look at the forward hook shot as well. Running into Bok. Unknown's gonna be able to join the fight, but the Tiny's getting ripped apart. He's trying to stand his ground on Yowie, but is the damage really gonna be enough to turn the fight? It looks like it's not. A Summit Vision once again winning games as Mercury's hunting Mavis now. Chains the hold back the retreat, but the rest of Summit, well, they want bigger and better things. Onto Roche they go.
Leap there coming through on the jug as well. Just more stuff to be able to catch out these backlines or people without BKB.
I don't know how they're going to do it on TNC, but somehow you need to jump the jug and force Summit to group up. The supports need to reveal themselves to protect the jug, because they're not clumping up on the backline. You're always hunting. Avatos finds one support. Chris gonna try and deal with the other as well. There's the combo. Enough, get rid of the clockwork. But now Yowe's outside the base, and with the leash combining 2 heroes together, that's a dieback on Yowe. Now the hookshot back in onto Carlo, and they're gonna call it quits as the open qualifier team taking TNC down 2-1.
Dire victory.
Oh boy! Enjoy your points, Summit betters, because I feel like you would be outnumbered pretty heavily by the TNC fans, and really respectable performance coming through from them.